Hey, and welcome to our first testimony video from the Oikos house. Today we have Linda here as our first person to be interviewed. So we're going to talk a little bit about Linda's life, and you're going to tell us about what Jesus has meant to you as you have been growing up and in your life. Yeah. So Linda, tell us a little bit, who are you?
Yeah, so I'm Linda. I'm 28 years old and I live here in Vantaa and I work as a special education teacher.
Nice to have you here. So I happen to know that you grew up in a Christian family.
Yes.
How was that for you, and what has it meant for you in your personal and Christian life?
Yeah. For me, it has been such a blessing to grow up in a Christian family because my parents were both very active in the local church and I grew up attending the church, and really the faith was very much present in our family. We were reading the Bible together and also praying. And when I grew up, I saw how real God was. I saw people getting healed and their lives being transformed and everything. And so when I grew up, even though I had challenges in my life, I always knew that God was real, and it wasn't something that I was doubting at any point in my life. And also what is so amazing that I had this prayer support. I know that my parents and also my grandparents have been praying for me throughout my life, and I'm really grateful for that.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
So but did you have a time in your life where you really made a decision to follow Jesus, and what brought you there, and how was it?
Yeah, I think it was at the age of 15 when I was in this youth camp. It was a Christian youth camp, and there I kind of realized that how personal my relationship with God actually can be, and I felt that God was kind of asking me if I really want to give it all to Him. And that was actually the point of my life when I prayed that I really want to surrender my life completely to Him and just give the 100% in this. And and just I said yes to Jesus. Doesn't matter what happens, I will follow Him. And so that was the point in my life when I really gave my everything to God. Yeah,
I can imagine that your life since that hasn't been easy just because you chose to live for Jesus.
Definitely not.
Do you have any examples of how you have been challenged in your faith?
Yeah, sure. Growing up, I had a lot of challenges, mainly because I was really lonely. I didn't have Christian friends, and when I became more open about my faith in high school, I would say, then basically all my friends kind of left me because they were not interested in that kind of stuff, and I really struggled with that loneliness and just not fitting in. I would say for many years, maybe for 10 years actually. It was a very long time, but it was amazing that I always had this close relationship with God, and I knew that I could always rely on Him. And even though my friends would leave me, I knew that He would be there for me. So yeah.
Wow, that's really beautiful, especially when you are young and a teenager, and friends are so important.
Yeah.
So I think that for many it's a very hard decision to not follow them, but to actually follow Jesus. That's super, super beautiful. But what do you think it is about your faith and about Jesus that makes you or made you choose Him instead of just following your friends? And
I guess it's also because my upbringing. But for me, when I thought life without God, without Jesus, or without this close relationship with Him, I just didn't see that life. I thought there is no life without Him, because He's all I know, and all my where I found my peace and hope and joy. It has always been Him and in Him, and I just didn't see any way that I could live without Him. And I just wasn't the things that my friends were doing, partying and all of that. I really didn't desire that at all. It wasn't actually even something that I considered that maybe I should try.
I see. Yeah.
I never like saw like the point of doing that, and maybe I think that my upbringing, my like growing up in Christian home has a lot to do with that. That I didn't really see that even as an option.
Yeah, exactly. And now, since we started this Oikos project in September, you have actually been like one of the first ones to even enter this house. Can you tell us about that? How did you find this place, and how was it when you came the first time?
Yeah, it's like, even though I have been like talking about this many times, but still it kind of like every time when I think about that, how I actually I came here the first time, it's just so amazing. Like I'm still like amazed by like how God has been leading me. And so actually I found this place before it was like even officially like open. So I remember that very well. It was a Friday night when I was at a nearby train station. I was going back home because I live nearby, and and then this very nice guy also was leaving the train at the same station, and he started to chat with me. Like I had a guitar, and he was asking like, hey, you have guitar, do you play? And we started talking, and then we found out that we're both Christians, and also we found out that we also like we were both like interested like in evangelism and that kind of thing. And then he was like, okay, like I just moved in this very cool place that like we had this community house, and we had this like we're going to build this like a home church and do evangelism and everything. And I was really excited like that. Wow, that sounds cool. And he was like, do you want to come and see the place and greet my friends? And I was like, okay, sure. And then we came here, and there was a lot of people like playing music, and I was like, oh, this like is really cool. And I was really amazed how like everybody was so welcoming, because I didn't know them. I mean, any of them. I was just some random person from the train station, and everybody was like, hey, like can you stay for tea? And then they were praying for me, and I was like, wow, that's like something I've never experienced. And that was my first dive in Oikos house.
Wow, so nice. Yeah, I remember too that it was our first Friday evening in the house. We had moved in on a Tuesday, and you came in from the back door for some reason that I still don't know really why. But it was very special too. Like also for us, like a testimony that, hey, God, you are really caring for us and sending the right people. Because since then you have been coming very regularly. So you came already the next day, I think.
I remember, you guys invited me to, hey, would you like to come tomorrow evening? We have this, I don't know, some kind of gathering. And I was like, let's see. And then also I remember some person from this house also like messaged me like afterwards, like, are you coming? Like we can pick you up, like showing that I will come. And of course I came. I was really impressed by all of these nice people. So
So what was it that made you like come back?
It was just, I don't know, something about this place, like the atmosphere was so relaxed and kind of like I felt like this is like a real family. And also like what was really like touching for me was that I kind of felt that these people, like they were interested in me as a person, and really wanted to like get to know me, and not just interested in me as a like a possible new member of the church or that kind of thing. And so I was, as I said, I was really impressed by how like warm and welcoming everybody was. And I just I would say actually, like for the first time, I actually felt like this might be a place where I could belong, and where I could really like feel like at home. So
nice, so nice to hear, and we are so thankful to have you as a part of our Oikos family. Really. So as a last question, in what way would you say that your life has been affected, like since you came to the Oikos house? Has anything changed?
Yeah, I would say it has been affected a lot. I mean, for me personally, this has been a huge thing, also like a huge prayer answer. As I shared earlier, I have always kind of felt a little bit lonely and not really able to find like a nice place where I could feel like I belong and where I could really like form friendships. And so here I have that, like I have this like spiritual home, and also like I have formed friendships with these amazing people, and it has affected my life a lot, really in so many positive ways. And also that I've been able to serve here, like from the very beginning people were asking like, would you like to give a sermon, or would you like to do this, help in the kitchen, or whatever. And it was really nice, and I've been able to do many things and also grow in my faith, I think. So it has affected a lot.
Wow, that's really nice to hear. And we're so thankful that you're part of this Oikos family. Like really, it has meant a lot for us too. So thank you for giving of your time and sharing your story with us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. So that was our first testimony from the Oikos house, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. And if you have been here and you're interested to share your story, it's like you're very welcome to do so. We will keep on having these testimonies once a month. So we're happy and excited to see what's to come. Take care.